Picture this. It is the 89th minute. The score is level. The stadium holds its breath. And then, the ball hits the back of the net. Your body does something strange in that moment. Your chest explodes. Your throat opens. You leap to your feet and scream at the ceiling. Tears run down your face and you do not know why. You hug a stranger. You cannot stop shaking. You did not score that goal. You did not even touch the ball. But your brain? Your brain cannot tell the difference. And that is not a metaphor. That is neuroscience. The feeling you get when your team scores, the raw, uncontrollable, almost painful rush of it, is chemically identical to a shot of dopamine flooding your brain's reward system. The same circuit that fires when you eat sugar. The same circuit that fires when you fall in love. The same circuit that cocaine hijacks. So why does football do this to you? Why does a sport, 11 strangers kicking a ball across grass, reach inside your skull and pull levers that evolution built for survival? The answer goes back further than you think. Much further. Your brain was not built for the modern world. It was built for a world that no longer exists. A world where your survival depended not on what you personally did, but on what your group did together. Researchers like Robin Dunbar at Oxford University have spent decades studying the social architecture of the human brain. His conclusion is both simple and staggering. Your brain evolved specifically to track relationships, alliances, victories, and losses within a group. That was the whole point of it. For hundreds of thousands of years, if your group hunted successfully, you ate. If your group won a territorial dispute, you lived. If your group failed, you died. So your brain learned to treat your group's success as your own success, not symbolically, neurologically, literally. That wiring has not changed. What has changed is where your brain finds its group. For many people today, the group is a football club, and your brain treats it with the same seriousness it once treated your survival tribe. When researchers at the University of Lausanne measured testosterone levels in fans watching World Cup matches, they found something remarkable. When a fan's team won, their testosterone spiked, not just a little, but significantly, mirroring the hormonal surge seen in the winning players themselves. And when the team lost, testosterone crashed. The body of a supporter, sitting still in a stadium seat, was running the same hormonal program as a warrior who had just fought and won, or fought and lost. You were never just watching. You were competing, through them. Now think about what a goal actually is inside this system. It is not just a point on a scoreboard. It is the moment the hunt succeeds. It is the moment the territory is defended. Every instinct in your evolutionary toolkit is wired to respond to that moment with an overwhelming reward signal. Because for most of human history, that moment, the moment of collective victory, was the most important moment there was. So your brain drops dopamine like a jackpot. Here is what makes it stranger. The dopamine response is not just triggered by winning. Research published by Wolfram Schultz at Cambridge University, work that won him global recognition in neuroscience, showed that the dopamine system responds most powerfully not to the reward itself, but to the anticipation of it. The moment just before the outcome. The penalty kick about to be taken. The corner ball in the air. The striker one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Your brain floods with dopamine in that split second of uncertainty. Because uncertainty, to your ancient reward system, signals that something important is about to happen. And important things, wins, kills, survival moments, mean survival. This is why a nil-nil draw that ends with a last-second winner feels more powerful than a 5-0 win that is decided in the first 20 minutes. The suffering came first. The anticipation built, and when the release finally came, the dopamine spike was enormous. It is also why football is uniquely addictive among sports. Low-scoring games create maximum anticipation. Every goal is rare. Every goal is meaningful. Your brain spends 90 minutes building pressure in the reward system, and then, sometimes, it gets the release. Sometimes it does not. That alternating pattern of tension and release, of reward and uncertainty, is the exact mechanism that makes gambling compulsive. It is the exact mechanism that makes social media feeds impossible to put down. Football discovered it 10,000 years before anyone understood it, and the social layer makes it deeper still. When you watch football with other people, your brain does something called neural synchrony. Researchers at Princeton, led by Uri Hassan, have shown that when two people share an experience, especially an emotionally intense one, their brain activity begins to mirror each other. Your heart rates converge. Your cortisol levels move in tandem. Your emotional states become linked. This is why watching a match with strangers in a pub feels different from watching alone at home. You are not just sharing a room. You are, briefly, sharing a brain state. The ancient tribal bonding mechanism, the one that built trust and cooperation among early humans, is running on a 90-minute football match. The goal does not just feel good because of chemistry. It feels good because you feel it together. Because the person next to you is feeling exactly what you are feeling at exactly the same moment. Because for one screaming, shaking, tearful second, you are not a collection of strangers. You are one group, one tribe, one. That is the deepest function of sport. Not entertainment, not competition, belonging. Now here is the counterintuitive twist. The moments that feel the most painful, a missed penalty in a World Cup final, a relegation on the last day, a champion dethroned. Those moments are chemically as powerful as the greatest victories. The crash after a loss activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Studies using fMRI scanning have shown that social rejection and exclusion, your group failing, being beaten, being humiliated, lights up the same neural circuits as a burn or a blow. You do not just feel bad when your team loses. Your brain registers it as damage. And yet, you come back. You always come back. Because the human brain is also wired to repair group bonds after loss. Grieving together, suffering together, returning together, these are as ancient as the victories themselves. The pain of losing is the price of belonging. And belonging is the deepest need the human animal has. So the next time you find yourself screaming at a television, heart pounding, hands trembling, over 11 people you have never met, chasing a ball across a rectangle of grass, remember that none of this is irrational. None of this is strange. You are running a program hundreds of thousands of years old. A program that kept your ancestors alive through every ice age, every famine, every threat that evolution threw at the species. Your brain was built to feel exactly this. And when the ball hits the back of the net, and your body explodes before your mind can catch up, that is not you losing control. That is you, more fully human than at almost any other moment in your ordinary life. Picture that stadium again. 89th minute. The ball hits the net. Your brain still thinks your tribe just survived.